different. But I know Dan Booney's new. She wasn't on the roster last tournament.
Right, and we are actually going to be going live right here. We're going to have Team Combat Carebears on Survivor first, and Team Apollyon on Infected first. We will get to the roster rundowns relatively soon. We actually are going to have to do those after this first tank spawns up right now for Team Apollyon into the hands of Dan Booney. We do not have war rooms, correct, Kisme?
No, we do not have any war rooms. Once again, this is like a 5-minute thing.
Alright, well that first attack did go in there. Jackie got a little bit of damage. Smoker tried to get a charger, a little bit of assistance there for a charge, but did not get it. So Den Booney's going to go back here. And as we're talking about them, on Team Combat Carebears, we're going to have Mr. Meow, who I think is Gurr, Delete, Tracer, and the Chosen One. And then for Team Apollyon, we have Grizz, MC, Dan Booney, and Mr. Doodlebugs.
Indeed. Now, I'm sure a lot of people know about, who Apollyon are. M4. M4 is actually a foreign player. He's from somewhere in Eastern Asia. I'm not sure if it's China, Japan, Korea. He's somewhere around there, though.
M4's not playing, kiss me.
I thought you said M4.
It's MC.
Oh. Don't worry about that. Anyway, regardless, it still fits. All those players people know, if you heard of. They're all pretty good players. And also, Carebears, they're a newer team. They haven't been around as long, so I think they're going to have a little bit more of a hassle keeping up with these guys. These guys' past tournament showing was also, fairly good. So there's a lot to be expected from them. Yeah, we do have an attack coming in. Jockey works when he gets dead stop by Zoe, and then Charge gets one punch, two big punches off on Lewis after missing the charge initially. And Boomer does land onto him, so that's going to cause a horde to trickle into the safe from here. But this tank's just going to keep raining down rocks. I don't believe he has managed to land one yet, and the points will definitely reduce that he hasn't.
Yeah, I was actually about to mention that. The tank actually is almost close to losing the end of her first pass here, so I don't know exactly what they're going to plan to do here. If the Survivors go out of the safe room here and LOS in the right way, the tank actually punted a car back into the safe room area. This jockey is spawned up right now. We have a hunter coming to the spawn queue along with the smoker, so they're probably going to try to land this rock. Indeed they are. Smoker's coming in from the front, covered by the jockey and the hunter. Toad's going to get cleared. Smoker gets killed. Carebears is going for a DP. Rock goes in. Rock does not manage to land. Now we're going to see a lot of death stops actually coming out here onto the jockey and the hunter. Those M2s doing the work. And actually, Combat Carebears is doing a pretty good job against this tank right now, I'd say. Has not landed a rock yet.
Yeah, most definitely. The rock's also a little bit on of a misplay right now. She's throwing rocks through that pine tree and she thinks she has a clear shot, but the trees where they actually become see-through or actually passable is much higher up on the tree. It's where the tree's branches really start branching off on them, and she's throwing them just low enough to where they're hitting the solid part and it's not letting the rocks go through. Otherwise, some of these rocks would be landing on the Survivors, but I mean, as it stands right now, that she has to aim higher or reposition herself away from that pine tree so she can see what's through it.
Yeah, we have another hit going in here right now, though. That Boomer doesn't manage to land one. Charger does actually manage to land as well. The rock goes in. As you said, that is a misplay. They all are bouncing off the top of that branch. Smoker goes in as well. Tank's going to throw another rock in. The rock was a little bit off target there. But what Combat Carebears needs to do now is I need to stop sitting here and just letting that tank LOS the hell out of him.
Yeah, this tank's been sitting at 5% rage for quite a while now, and if they could just, maneuver themselves to a car or something and just sit behind the car, yeah, then they should be able to break this and make a second pass.
The dogs.
The dogs hate me, I swear to God. It's too early for this shit.
The tank has gone on his second pass. Combat Carebears are actually rushing down below, clearing out a lot of common. That's a good move by them. Dan Booney here is actually looking for a car. Infected have to be very careful here about when they send this hitting, because Survivor's going to be able to clear out down below now, just have a free shot at this tank. Tank's going to go for the car on the other side, as a matter of fact, trying to launch it in. Survivor's actually going to choose to run backwards now. Jockey's trying to intercept here. This is some nice Survivor play, actually, because this tank is in a little bit of a pickle right now. I think the tank actually might go AI if Dan Booney doesn't push in right away. And Survivor's now is running around up top. She's going to try to push it in, but that's actually going to be an AI tank, Kisney.
Yeah, I don't think that's part of the plan, but I mean, it is what it is, and it's going to happen. And as we see, the SI really have to make something happen. Boom does go out onto Zoe, so tank is going to tunnel Zoe. A hunter lands onto it as well, so it's going to be a dead hunter. Charger misses completely, and this tank is going absolutely nuts, killing the SI left and right. But he is going to keep chasing Zoe, and that's going to allow the Survivors to actually kill him off by just chasing him down from behind.
Wow, that was actually a great Survivor play there by Combat Carebears, I'd say. Deciding to push forward there and then just letting the Infected go in. We see some, sibling love coming out from the chat of Team Apollyon, and I'm going to talk while the dogs talk for you. All right, then. So, as you talk to your dogs there, as we said, Combat Carebears actually is carrying a massive bonus here, and they also managed to get past the ladder choke without taking almost any damage. Kiss me, that's not nice to say about your dogs. They're not garden tools. They're animals just like us. Boomer, Spitter, Jockey, Smoker going in. That Boomer's going to get popped and lands a Proxy on the 1. Thank you. There you go. That's more accurate. Jockey's actually going to land on the Zoe in the front there, along with the Smoker on the side. Delete, however, only had a little bit of health bonus, so he will take that in cap. Apollyon has to do a lot with their hits right now. He actually didn't take the in caps. That's even better for him. Now he gets in caps just to prove me wrong. And now we will see him get back up. They're saying that actually the infected think that Zoe is black and white, but she is indeed is not. And we'll see if we can keep pushing on here. But Team Apollyon has to really work on this health bonus here, unless they want to be in a major disadvantage for this next for the round ahead. Actually,
most definitely. That was a wonderfully played tank there by Carebears, and you can't really ask for much more than what they gave. And I mean, as it stands right now, Apollyon is in the back seat here, and they have to make something happen and take the wheel.
To make something happen at the wheel, they gotta move from the back seat to the front seat. They gotta come out here. They have a nice attack to do it though. Tri-Cap with Spitter Charger. Looks as though they're actually gonna be coming in from the back, from the way their spawns are up. This Hunter is just clawing out the doors here, waiting to come back in the front. Francis is blocking the spawns pretty effectively in the back, but now he will move in, so we'll see where the infected decide to spawn from. They are just kind of trolling the survivors right now, trying to get them all bunched up. If they land a multi-charge with Spit here, that'd be great. Doug's gonna go in there from the back and steps up, and the multi-charge just go in, and then Spit follows it as well, just as I said. And that's actually gonna be a massive amount of damage to the Hunter and Jockey Stumble. That's literally just Team Carebears' health just falling away because of that one multi-charge and Spit right there.
Yeah, that was a big misplay by them. They gave up spawns for 1 second, and I thought that the other team was going to wait for the Witch, and indeed they proved them wrong, and they went for an attack instead. They do end up getting the crown for that 25, actually 20 points I should say, because it was reduced. But we don't, you know, that 25 point or 20 points is not going to make up for, you know, the hundreds they just lost on that attack.
Exactly, and that health bonus drop right there, indeed, because they thought that they were going to save for the Witch, but at this level, that's something that you expect Grizz to call there. He has the exact way to get to the survivors' heads like that. Charge's going to go in there again, actually managed to land a 2-cap with Smoker as well. That's a lot of damage going out. It's going to be a momentary tri-cap actually with that Hunter as the Charger does get cleared. That's going to be a lot of damage going out. Delete is dead, and that literally, the attacks after the tank just made up for everything that happened with that tank run right there for Apollyon. That's some great recovery infected play.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. I mean, back in that stairwell, that was a huge play in itself. It got Zoe on her second in cap, and this attack finished it all off. But, you know, once again, that was a really nice call, whoever made that call, and they knew, you know, the server's in a really tight-knit spot. They're all bunched up, they're going to have to focus on this Witch, and they know it. So let's just hit them right now while they're bunched up. That's exactly what they did. They got the double charge, Jockey went in, Spit went down, and just, you know, pure havoc ensued.
Indeed. Now we will see Team Apollyon taking over on the Survivor side, and Kiss Me, I know from watching them watch Left 4 Dead, I think they are one of the strongest Survivor teams I've seen in the tournaments recently.
Yeah, they have a certain different style. They're very, very aggressive. Like, there's not really all that passiveness coming from them. And I think we saw one game where they were passive, and that was the game that knocked them out of the tournament. I think it was the last game that they played in the finals brackets.
Against Velvet Room, yeah. Actually, we're going to have the tank spawning up right now as that Spitter sacks itself in the hands of Delete for Team Combat Carebears. And as you said, though, Apollyon's style is to be quite aggressive and then to just play very smart with the special infected. That Smoker Toad's going to get cleared. Double charge just managed to go out, though. That's going to be a nice little bit of chip going out on the survivors there. On both Dambooni and Doodlebugs. That car's going to go rocketing in and bounces off the telephone pole. But as we mentioned, Kiss Me Now, the survivors are going to get very aggressive for Team Apollyon. And actually, I'm taking a look at what Tank wants to do here, and it looks as though that car is a little bit just down in the alley there to maybe stop survivors if he wants to punt it back up. But now we're going to see what he chooses to do. He's actually going to throw a rock from the back there. So he still has 50% on his first pass. Zoe actually is moving down and clearing out all the common in the hands of Grizz. And yeah, Grizz is one of the best team captains I think I've ever seen with the way in which he just defines the way a team plays. Now we're going to see a hit actually going in for Team Combat Carebears. Jockey and Smoker both down below. That rock almost landed, but Francis manages to skeet it, but the boomer and the pull does go out into Francis there. Jockey's going to go in too. Tank's going to keep his distance, throws that rock in, barely misses Grizz. He's going to keep throwing from the other side of the bridge here on that Smoker, and that one's going to go in. It's probably going to get skeeted just as he does. But now it's up to Team Combat Carebears not to have the same thing happen to them on their special infected as what happened to Apollyon.
Yeah, as you can see, Apollyon's definitely holding the more aggressive stance here. They're further up on the bridge. They're keeping the tank at bay. They're not going to let him drop down into the valley without, getting pushed and taking any damage. There's no car down the valley at that. So, if the tank does commit down that valley without a car, the survivors are probably
going
to
push back into him. He actually had sight on them for a second there as that rock goes in. That's a nice double boom going out there from Team Combat Carebears on to Team Apollyon. Now that you see Team Apollyon kind of moving a little bit back there. Tank has gone to second pass now, so he has to be somewhat careful with that car. He's going to launch it up, and and that's actually going to be a nice split going out there. Francis is kind of separated by that car. He's going to have to run back, and the tank looks to actually be cutting him off. He's committing in. He's going to turn it around there. He's going to not get down yet, but he's trying to definitely get Francis separated. Jockey going in too. Support is heading in. He's missing his punch there onto Francis, however. He's still getting juked out by Francis, and now he's going to be able to hit him and knock him over there. That car's going to go in. They're going to get down on Francis along with the charge going out. He's going to go in there and knock the car in again. That's going to be a double down out from that car. Oh my god, what a car hit. And Doodles is going to pause the game. That was a ridiculous car hit by Delete.
That was absolutely insane. It was, as you said, a double car end cap. The smoked guy is down. The only person that isn't down right now is Grizz, aka Zoe. And there's a jockey chasing after him. And there's also, I don't know how much HP this tank has. I'm just going to throw out 4,000.
4,000.
Okay, I was right.
About.
But, yeah, he has quite a fight ahead of him. That's to say the least. But beautiful hittables by Delete. That was perfect.
Wow, that car, I saw it going forward there, and then Doodle said they had a lag spike, but at the same point in time, that was just... That car hit was ridiculous. We're going to see now if Grizz is able to actually get out of this or not. Tank's going to keep rolling in on him. Jockey is also up, as you said, with about 3 HP or something like that. Tank is going to actually play it kind of safe and just going to kill Doodles off. That's actually the right call to make. Oh, actually, he put the car a little bit too far. He's going back in now. He's going to probably launch it back towards Grizz. Grizz is trying to get Doodle up, but the car's going to go in. It's going to in-cap Grizz. That's going to be a wipe on Team Apollyon from Team Combat Carebears. What a tank, kiss me.
That was absolutely insane. And just side note, scores are still messed up on my HUD, but it's okay. You guys can read them, I'm sure. But yeah, we see a huge point differential. Literally 400 points to the dot. Or to the point, I should say. And that's massive, and that's totally going against what I thought coming into this game. I thought Apollyon was going to take it, but I mean, as things sit right now, there's quite the point differential in favor of the Carebears.
Yeah, but the thing is, actually, I have had the pleasure of scrimming Apollyon before on this map, and their strongest chapters, I think, definitely lie in the 3rd and 4th, and that's also what you see with Death Toll here. With the way the tanks and Death Toll go out, there are just ways in which for a Survivor team to come back, I think. It's generally designed that way, I think. So, even though they got that 400-point lead, with the way in which Apollyon likes to play, Combat Carebears cannot let up on them right now. They need to just keep kind of going in and, like, not letting them have any breathing room. Because if they can kill another tank and make a safe room or something like that, then they can have the room to kind of play a little bit, you know, more of the cushion instead of just this 400 points. Because 400 points can be made up in a couple chapters, even one chapter.
Yeah, most definitely. One poor round of, you know, SI play, and you could have 400 points in the bag on Survivor. And once again, for those of you just joining it, this is another Swiss tournament. That's the actual name. We didn't make it up. I'm going to end up saying that every single time because the name is just, you wouldn't think it would be an actual name. But this is another Swiss tournament, round 1, Death Toll week. And we have Team Carebears up against Team Apollyon. And Apollyon's actually behind by 400 points exactly right now, which is something that I don't think any of us expect coming into this. Because, you know, Apollyon's past performance, top 8 in Watch Left 4 Dead. No one expected it. But, I mean, right now, Carebears are taking the lead over him and, you know, taking control.
Yeah, exactly. But now, as I said, they need to keep the pedal to the metal here. They need to not let Apollyon fight their way back, because Apollyon is very, very good at playing from behind as well. They usually like to play with a lead, but they can come back at any point in time. So we're going to see the first hit coming out for Team Apollyon. Oh, I got baited.
I love pauses.
I got baited.
But yeah, also, this was another impromptu cast. I was literally notified like 8 minutes before they were going to play. I was still laying in bed when I heard my phone going off. And it was between Rails and Doodles. Doodles was kind of spamming me.
I was.
Yeah.
Okay then, well, Doodle spammed you to come and get this match casted, and now we'll see it continue right now. And so, yes, as I said, the first hit for Team Apollyon will be a Boomer, a Hunter, a Spitter, and a Jockey, so it's going to be a 2-2 with Hunter Jockey. If they can land a couple of those pins, the Spit might be able to do a nice amount of damage, actually, but we'll see if Team Combat Carebears lets that happen. Looks like Combat Carebears are actually going to ghost their way out of the room now. We're going to see the tackle again. Jockey doesn't manage to land. Hunter's going to go in, tries to get the cover. The Jockey doesn't get cleared. Hunter gets dead stopped and actually will be pretty much shut down as he lands there on Francis for another little tick of damage, but that was actually a pretty good spread out by Combat Carebears to avoid a lot of damage on that attack, kiss me.
Yeah, that was actually, you know, the best I could have hoped for. There was a little bit of damage that went out, but that's to be expected. You can't stop all the damage, but minimizing it is what you want to do. You want to, you know, take as little as you can, obviously. And that was pretty good for that attack that they had. They definitely shut down well.
Yeah, now we're going to see the survivors kind of inching their way here. The tank's going to be at 51%, and the witch is going to be at 37. Witch actually has already spawned up, Kiss Me. I don't know where she is, though.
I believe she's up ahead, probably in the pipe. No, she must be right off the pipe then. Yeah, she's all the way down the pipe. But we do have a tech coming. Charge takes Bill way up the ramp. Jockey gets shut down though, and Spit misses barely. And that's going to put Bill right next to the Witch, but he has an SMG, so he's not going to be the one to go for that crown. And I believe the only one that does have the shotgun is Tracer, and he's going to hop down off this pipe and go for the crown.
He's drawing it. He got it, nice. And the tank's also up right now in the hands of Mr. Doodlebugs for Team Apollyon. We got a Doodle tank going on here. I don't know if the special infected actually should have hit before the Witch there, Kiss Me. I thought they would have saved.
Yeah, I definitely would have saved too, because if you know how the map distance works in this, the moment they peeked out of that pipe is when the tank would have triggered, and that's actually what I was thinking. And to actually see them go in prematurely there before the Witch, it was kind of a mistake, because that's a really good Witch to hit on. Like, if you can get one survivor out of that tube, or pipe, I guess, it's like a free in cap, and then the rest of the SI can really just focus on the survivors, because they're focusing on killing the Witch before their teammate dies. But, yeah, if they had also saved on the Witch, even if they didn't know the tank would have spawned there, it still would have. So, kind of a misplay there. I know that Carebears are gonna know, and they're gonna hold. But it's just one of those things about map knowledge that I know.
And there's so many things that can happen on that Witch there too. Because the survivor, like, I know he had to draw it up, but wasn't the tank up after he dropped like to the front of the pipe there, like you said?
Wait, was that? I was reading something.
The tank spawned up when Lewis got to like the front of the pipe, right?
Yeah, like he didn't have to drop or anything. Like, we could still see Apollyon peek out, shoot the Witch, and the tank will still spawn. But they could really try and nullify the whole SI attack if they wait.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But yes, this tank will be up in the hands of Mr. Doodlebugs himself, someone that helps out with L2L quite often. And let's see what he manages to do here as soon as we get unpaused.
Looks as though he's just kind of standing up there. See, the thing, his position right now, he needs to make a decision whether he's going to commit in through the pipe or he's going to commit in behind them. And he needs to be careful not to let the spawns get too out of whack there either.
I know for me personally, I would probably commit from the front, just so you can push the survivors back down into the water where they're slow and you can catch up to them easier. Some people like committing from behind. I don't really see why. I don't feel like there's any benefit to it at all. But, I mean, I guess it's personal preference. They might see something with pushing them forward. I don't know.
Right. I guess maybe the theory would be, since if they could push them far, then the specials can come from two directions, I guess. Maybe from the pipe and also from the spot up on the ladder thing, maybe?
Maybe. And, yeah, Dr. Dragon asking, chat, a US match this early in the day? Yes. I literally woke up because of people spamming me to cast this game. And so here I am. And yeah.
Alright then. And that means that Kiss Me and I get to do, we actually have an unready here by Doodles as well, so they're doing some master strats over there, Kiss Me and that Apollyon War Room.
Yeah, I think they know that's crunch time right now, and if they actually let the survivors run away with this tank, like if the tank gets like 2-3 hits in, the SI do a little bit of damage, that's not good enough. Like, they need a wipe here. They can't deny the elephant in the room, which is that 400-point difference coming into the second map here. If that's any sort of precursor to what happened or could happen in this map, if they let it happen, it's going to be quite a lot.
Looks as though Doodles is just deciding to stand in the front there and maybe go on to second pass. He's not going to try to take any chip. He'll try to throw a rock through there, but the angle is just not there, I don't think.
Yeah,
I think Riz would have a hard time curving rocks through there.
I think you need like the perfect underhand. Like that's a beast of a curve.
That, however, might be possible, because he's on his second pass, but he's trying to toss rocks through there. This is going to be an all-or-nothing hit here, actually, from the special infected. It's going to be a Charger, a Smoker, and a Hunter, as Doodles is going to commit. I think the Survivors are actually going to spawn block down below. The Hunter's already pre-spawned, and Lewis sees them. So now they're going to go in there, and the tank's going to push them down below, as we expected there, Kiss Me. Smoker's going to try to get pulled from behind, too. Charger's going to land. Charger's going to land a triple charge, as Doodle goes in as well, with the pull also going out. He has that one Survivor cornered. Francis got away. They're going to clear the 2 pins up top, though. That's still a lot of damage going out as that Charger does get cleared. The Hunter actually is still on Francis here as Doodles is going in. Doodles got a multi in the corner there. Now Bill's the one who's punching him. They're going to try to melee him down. This could be the wipe that they need. Bill's going to clear the Hunter now. It's going to back up. Doodles still has about 1,500 health here. He has a chance to get him in the corner. That would be a massive wipe for Apollyon. It looks as though Doodles is going to go in. That double charge was the thing that did it. Actually, I think it was a triple charge. But now the support do go in, and that's a massive wipe for Apollyon.
That was beautiful, to say the least. And that charge was the initiative that they needed to get it done. The opening. the hole in the wall. Like, they just absolutely ran with it. That charger was massive. I'm not too sure who the charger was, but it was a triple charge, as you said, and that's, you know, those were the hopes and prayers, you know, answered. I don't know if they sat in the war room praying or something, but I mean, it happened.
Yeah, they sat there and they had a circle where Grizz sat in the center and everybody else came around him and he was like, team, we gotta pray.
Let's pray to the fever gods of M2.
Let's pray to the gods of M2 to help out with a tank.
Well, yeah, well, I said fever gods because Fever was like the greatest M2er of all time. Like, I know Grizz like the now M2 god, but if you knew Fever and you saw Fever, like, that kid threw out M2 like it was candy. But he was good at it. I'm not taking anything away from Fever. He's a good guy. I like him.
I want Fever to come back and cast with us sometime, honestly.
Yeah, I miss Fever and Dawkins duo.
Dawkins is still around. I was talking with Dawkins earlier today. Dawkins is a little bit of a different casket than Fever, though, I'd say. But we are indeed live with the second half of the second chapter. Team Apollyon looking to make up some distance here on Survivor, as we know that they can. It's going to be a Boomer, Hunter, a Spitter, and a Jockey. 4-team combat Carebears on the infected side of things. Hunter's already pre-spawned here, as a matter of fact. Now we're going to see them moving out of the safe room all at once here. Bruce going to go out and land a nice double boom in the back. Hunter's going to go in there, gets a nicely dead stop, but then Grizz is going to get re-jockeyed in the spit there. There's going to be a little bit of damage actually going out on the survivors. Actually, that's more damage than I thought it would be.
Indeed, I believe that Clan Tag 13, I believe that's MC. Yeah, he's lagging. Like, I was just watching him and he got boomed, and he was just like, I don't know, like power-pointing all over the place, and he took the split damage because of it.
Power-pointing?
I mean, that's the best I could describe. It wasn't like he was just jittering, it was like he was in one spot and then he was warped to another.
Now, this is interesting because it looks like they actually are going to send the hit in here, not here on the Witch, kiss me. That charge is going to go in there, it's going to miss the charge. Jackie's going in as well. Hunter actually manages a nice 2-cap set. Will be a nice amount of damage going out, but I think that was a mistake, honestly.
Yeah, I think that was a huge mistake. I mean, if you look at the lineup that they did have, they didn't have that smoker that they wanted or needed for a pull down or something. The most they had was a jockey, and Grizz is actually going to drop off here and go for the Witch, unless he wants to just do a draw count. He's going to go for a draw count. Witch is climbing up, and he gets shot in the face by Grizz, and Tank has not come up. I'm guessing that Carebears must have peeked out a pipe more than Grizz did, because it looked like he was trying to keep it to a minimum.
Yeah, I guess. Now, they have the other Boomer spawn up in the front here. Now the tank's up.
I'm highly confused. And yeah,
alright.
The tank will be up in the hands of Chosen for Carebears. Or was it Clan Carebear?
Combat Carebears.
Combat Carebear. I'm just going to say Carebear.
Yes, so the Combat Carebears. But now, you know what? The pressure's on them now, because if you take a look at the health of Apollyon, they need to do some work. Carebear.
Yeah, Carebear was my old nickname, actually, and it keeps making me think of that. Because I was such a cute person. But yeah, I mean, as you said, Carebears, they have to do a lot of work. This tank is in the hands of the Chosen One, as we previously mentioned. And we got to see either a wipe here or a lot of damage at least come out to actually keep this game close. And charge is coming from the back. Lands a charge, actually it's leveled by MC. And the tank is just calling on Bill, getting him down to the water, and that should be an easy down onto Bill. I'm not too sure what's happening in the back. Looks like everything did get clear. I know Lewis was screaming a bit there, and Bill will take it down, but this tank's gonna die right here and now. And indeed, we see that, and that was not what they needed.
Yeah, because at this point now, Team Apollyon, this is an event at which, you know, it's usually actually, I think, Survivor based, as long as you stay off is what comment calls the plateau of doom over there, especially when you're fighting a tank. But they're going to take it back into the tunnel here very smartly, starting the event, completely avoiding the plateau of doom and the rest of that entire area. Now Carebears really needs to do a lot of, I mean a lot of damage right now. Like, they need to get the health off of MC and most likely Grizz. Booney's at about half.
Yeah, most definitely. We do have attack him and Jackie working his way into the back with the Boomer. Boomer gets popped immediately upon spawn, though. Bunker gets a nice pull onto Bill, but that tongue is going to get cut almost a second after it goes out there. It's only one tick of damage coming out from it, and he will get killed off finally. And this is a really loud ringing, actually, now that I think about it. You never realize how loud the sound effects in this game are until you actually turn the sound on and you hear it for the first time in a while.
Yeah, that's true, and they are very, very, very loud. But now, see, you know, Combat Carebears still has a chance here to do a whole lot of damage. Lewis is slow in the back. They need to not hit Doodle right now, because Doodle has absolutely no permanent health on him. So, as long as they can go for people besides that, looks like they're going to go for, they're going to send Doodles ahead as a damage tampon here. They have the charge to go out there. Charge is going to land onto him. That's going to get a nice multi-charge, actually, on the survivors. 100-pound slams as well. Space going to go in. That's going to be a lot of damage going out into the survivors right now. And that's actually going to be another down into Doodle, so he'll be black and white. That's mostly all of Grizz's permanent health gone. That was a nice hit.
That was absolutely beautiful. And I believe the boomer actually, when he proxied, he somehow managed to push Lewis off, or Lewis walked off the
That was
edge.
double charge.
But didn't he land on the railing? I thought he landed on the railing.
I don't know, but Lewis didn't get boomed. That's my thing.
That's true. Huh. I don't know if that was a mistake by Damboni. I don't know if she walked off the edge. But I did see her land on the railing. I know that. Like, I was going to mention it, but then she started getting up. I was like, alright, she's fine. But then she kind of fell off.
Well, all right then. So, Damboni can levitate. We have an attack going in here right now. That Hunter's going to get nicely dead stop and shut down. They're going to get a pull out onto Francis in the back, but not a whole lot of damage going out either. And that was actually the full hit, except for this Jockey Ghost 4-team combat Carebears.
I mean, they did manage to do some work, though, on the health bonus. It was sitting at like a 590 before that attack with a double charge prior to that attack. And that's down to a 340. So it's definitely at a state where it's not terrible, but if they make it this safe with this health bonus, they're still going to take the lead by quite a bit, probably like 150 points or so. We will have last attack coming in. Boomer gets a nice boom out on Lewis. Jockey lands on his own. Pole goes out on the Bill. Perfect double cap with a boom. And this time's not getting cleared. Hunter's going for onto Lewis, and he's going to land that. It's going to be quite a bit of damage onto Lewis. None of this is health bonus, though. The only health bonus remains on MC himself. And they didn't really touch the health bonus once again at all, and they're going to be able to make it safe for him. Doodlebugs is black and white, though.
Actually, they did touch the health bonus because Grizz still had like maybe 20 points of health bonus left, so they did get rid of that, if anything. So yeah, they're only going to have a 236 health bonus here, but they will take the lead by about 200 points-ish. No, I'm stupid. It's 101. No? No, it trolled me again, and the other 60 points
like
is going to come in, right?
161. Yeah.
Oh, God, math.
Yeah, that's 161 exactly, I think.
Out math me, kiss me.
I'm better.
I know.
That's a bold claim. I'm better.
I know.
It's not even
but
like
anyway, yeah.
It's not even like it's not even like I'm better at math. I'm just like I'm better.
Don't make me make another dog meme for you in the middle of cast.
No, my dogs do enough embarrassment for me.
Oh, gosh. But you know what? We saw this in the game yesterday. Even if the team's playing from behind here, this third map tank is one at which a whole lot of things can go wrong for the Survivor team.
Oh, most definitely. This tank can be either make or break. If a boomer lands, it's pretty much a make. Like, it's your team's going to take a lot of damage if this tank lands. But once again, it's just a matter of getting that boomer to land. It's really hard to do, actually. A lot of people think it's easy. The only place a boomer can really spawn efficiently and get a good boom is inside the little hut off to the side. Let me just show where the hut is. Just so if people on the stream aren't knowing. But this little hut right here, boomer can crouch in here and spawn over the walls and stuff. And it works a lot of the time. But as long as you keep the survivor in or around it, you're pretty much okay.
Yeah, and then we'll see actually where Team Apollyon wants to take it. They could play it up there, or they could also take it back, depending on what they want to do, how aggressive they want to be as Survivor. But we will see them coming out. Team Apollyon on Survivor first. Team Combat Carebears has a Spitter, a Jockey, a Smoker, and a Charger for this first hit. And it looks as though they're going to be coming from the roof a little bit. Jockey's going to spawn up right now. He's going to go for Grizz. They're going to have him go in now. The Smoker's going to get a pull on a Grizz, too. That's Priestman's going to go in, too. Charger's going to get a nice actual, like, punch there. He's going to charge Grizz in the spin, too. That's going to be a full in cap on the Grizz. If the Spitter goes down, that's going to be a full cap. That is so much damage. 2 downs on the first attack.
That is absolutely tremendous. Combat Care Bears showing that their name isn't just fluffy and lovable. The combat holds some amount of truth and water to it. I mean, they just absolutely destroyed Apollyon on the first hit. I mean, Grizz and Damboni, I believe they're brother and sister. You know,
they are.
Both went down on the first hit completely.
Jesus Christ! And then you saw in the chat. Did you see Damboni just going, "What the fuck, Matt"?
Did you see that? No, I was amazed by the actual gameplay. I was looking at that. But that's huge, and tank will be up in the hands of...
I have no idea.
Yeah, there's no way to tell yet because spell code went down. Because they paused. But
that was... MC's ping is about 330 right now.
That could be it, but that was a huge attack. That was exactly what they needed, and that's beautiful coming to this attack. I mean, or this tank, I should say, because you only have that one attack to make them bleed, and I mean, they didn't just do that. They made 2 fully bleed with 1 in cap. So the tank can manage to down either one of them with this tank. They're gonna be black and white for the rest of the map, and you can almost bet that if they don't kill this tank, one of them is still gonna die throughout the course of this map, because it's a really long map and there's a crescendo way at the end. So we could be seeing a wipe here for Apollyon almost indefinitely.
Yeah, exactly. Now, with Team Combat Carebears on their Survivor side, they need to be more careful than that, because I think the reason Dambooni said that is because Grizz went out, and then the Smoker actually managed to pull him as he was fighting the jockey, and then they got that, they got the charge in the corner with a bunch of punches and a pre-spit. The pre-spit's really what made the attack, though.
Sorry, I was reading Battle making fun of me. The person who is in charge of this HUD who made it is Leon. He has a workshop on Steam. He's a really cool guy. Really nice dude. If you need anything, feel free to message him. I'm sure he'll help you out. Once again, he's really cool. We have Boomer going in onto Lewis on a rock, land onto Dual Bugs as well. So that's going to be a really nice attack there. Let me put my coffee down.
Yeah, put your coffee down, kiss me, God. Now we see the tank keep pushing. That's a nice car hit, actually. It's going right towards where he wants it to be. He sets some knock at one side or the other. They did stack the spitter. Apollion's taking him back into that corner there. Let's see if the hittable here is going to prove to be the same way it was before. The tank has actually got the hittable in a very nice position on the top of that roof. He can just hit it right over the train when he wants to. Mr. Meow's going to throw this next rock. He is on a second pass. We're going to see the commit coming in relatively soon, I believe. Apollyon looks like they want to be moving around to get a little bit out of that corner. He keeps throwing those kind of rocks in, and then he's going to actually have to hit this car relatively soon.
Yeah, this is actually a really nice car placement. Yeah, he's going to just punt it right over, and it almost clips Lewis in the back of the head. That was so close. The tank is going to commit here. A Boomer will go in on Lewis and lands, actually. So that's going to cause some horde going and make him pretty much useless. Jockey lands on Lewis as well. This could be Lewis's second down, putting him black and white. Charger going in, doing a Hail Mary charge, missing completely, but will stumble Francis. And Tank has managed to get cornered by... No, Tank hasn't cornered anyone. I lied.
Oh, that car!
Tank only gets a double cap! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Francis?
I'm
Chris is the last
speechless.
one up again. Dambooni's gonna die from the horde. And that was the best car hit from, I think, Mr. Meow could have possibly given. Another rock goes out there. That is all of Apollyon's health bonus gone. There's one person dead. Kiss me, what the hell?
That was a beautiful car hit. I don't know if Carebears have been working on their hittables or something, but the hittables have been really working for them this map. That was insane. The car just tumbled and tumbled, and Starvis didn't see it coming.
That's a two-cap. Charger's going in there. Grizz is the last one up. This Charger is clipping around that, but he lands the charge. That rock kills the Charger. The Smoker is still out. Doodles is getting pulled a lot. Now it's just still Grizz up. Tank's going to be able to throw a lot more rocks here. Doodles is going to get downed. There's another rock going in for Grizz right now. It's going to land onto Grizz. Grizz is just getting rocked right now. And he's going to go back and try to pick up MC. He's going to keep throwing the rocks right now. That rock's almost going to land. It clips MC's hitbox, so it does not land. There's another Boomer out right now. This tank is playing it perfectly, just trying to stay long. Grizz wants to kill this tank. Grizz really wants to kill this tank. He's going out there. He's going to keep pushing it. And he gets rocked again.
I mean, this is a wipe either way. Like, even if they do manage to kill this tank, they're not going to make it past the tank. Like, the SI are just going to clean house after this. Tank is now officially dead, though, but there is a Hunter up, and I believe there was another SI as well. There's a jockey up somewhere. Hunter goes and gets a nice DP out onto Zoe, going to get it down, and this jockey should be able to clean up house here onto Francis as soon as he gets his butt in there.
700 ping. The jockey has 700 ping.
Alright, as soon as he gets his poop together, he should be able to clean house. I said poop for the lack of a better term of things you could get together.
I can just imagine right now, though, Team Apollyon cannot be happy right now, because this is going to be the second early wipe that they've taken in this game.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, the tanks with hittables for Team Carebear seem like it's the Latin noobs equivalent from that, their history and Watch Left 4 Dead. Like, it seems like the gift of hittables has been passed on to this team. Just between map 1 and this map, the hittable play that we've seen them using and the control they show over them is amazing. And I think any team should be probably afraid of their hittables.
You know what? Most likely map 4, it's going to be a hittable driven tank.
I can definitely see that. Well, it depends how late the tank is. If the tank's like up near event, they can definitely just play back. I don't believe there's any hittables up there. But this jockey is just pinging around, waiting for this jockey. Gets the jockey, and they're not able to get the clear. Jockey like warps halfway across the train tracks, and that will be a wipe out onto Team Apollyon yet again, as we saw in the first map as well. Huge hittable coming out there, busting through the trees, whacking 2 survivors in the face, and just totally shifting the balance of the tank play.
You know what? Combat Carebears right now has the ability just to break away here even. Because if they manage to actually just kill this tank, then make it with any kind of health bonus, that would be massive here. Because it's only a 263 point differential right now going into their survivor turn right here. So that If they manage to pull that off, that would give them a massive advantage, kiss me.
Yeah, I'm just making up a bind fast.
Alright, so as you make up a bind, then we'll keep commenting here as to how Tracer is going to keep warping across the map, because he is the last one to ready up. It says his ping is about, let me see, 42 right now? So if he's able to actually, just get his internet back together, he won't get any car hits onto him, hopefully. If due to ping, I should say. The thing is, though, as far as tanks go here, we have yet to see Grizz get his tank, and we know that Grizz is probably one of the best tanks in North America, if not the world.
Yeah, I mean, we saw his hittable use back on, what was the map? It was Detour Head, I believe, in the last tournament. He just went absolutely insane with the hittables on the last map, and he made them work. It was actually quite something to see, but I know they did end up getting knocked out the next week after that one, I believe. But, I mean, they've been playing back to the normal style. They're more aggressive now. They're not passive, which is good, because they play better aggressive, which is rare to say. But, I mean, if you have the awareness and the skill, you can push stuff. You can push chokes. You can push tanks. And you could really put them in an awkward spot where it's like, well, I'm in a good spot and I don't want to give this up, but these survivors just got 1,000 chip on me. So it's like you force the tank out, and you can kind of bully other teams in that matter.
Exactly, and we're at the situation now where Apollyon just needs to get a wipe at this tank. Like, that's what they need to do. They need to do what they did map 2 again. But the thing is, I think they have it in them to do it here, but then the thing is that it's such a close score that it's going to make everything's going to come down to map 4 and finale, I'd say, depending on what happens in this chapter.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, Team Carebears, or Combat Carebears, I guess I should use their full name, they have the chance to run away with the game right here and now. If they can shut down the SI attack when this tank commits and just rail into a tank and avoid the cars, or car, I should say, they can make big plays on this map. Like, they could walk out of here with another 900 points in their pocket, just for the buffer zone going into the 4th and 5th map. And we will be seeing the finale, as we've been saying. It will be played in this tournament.
You're going to see Zoe running out here. He's going to go up top. Carter's going to go in there. Charter doesn't have to land on Zoe. The switch's going to go in as well. Jockey's going to land. That's going to be a lot of damage going out on Zoe there. But they are going to be able to clear that smoker before any more damage on that goes out. That will be almost a full down on actually will be a full down on the Chosen.
Actually, Chosen was safe in the corner where he was for a second, but then he started moving out, and that's when the rest of the damage started ticking in. He was at like 35 HP when he found the safe corner. You heard it stop hitting him, and then he started moving forward again. And, all of it went to hell fast.
Exactly, but now we will see this tank coming up into the hands of Grizz himself. So now we see that we see the hittable is going to come into play here, but the survivors are going to get back way fast. 13 and the boomer are actually going to go into right now. Blue's going to land a nice 2-boom out. That car is flying across the map. It's going to be in a similar spot to where it was 14 Combat Carebears. The Charger does get killed. He's going to push that hittable in right now, kiss me, and that's going to be a nice car hit going out. It's Bill all alone over there. Car's going to go out. He's going to land on the launch. It's a massive hittable play. He's going to go in there. He's not going to Bill too. This is what we were talking about. This is the power of the Grizz hittable. He's going to launch it around there. He's going to keep throwing it at the other 2 survivors right here. That's going to be 2 downs already going out. The other 2 survivors, they actually want to rush here, Kessney.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no other choice here. They're not going to kill this tank with SI about to come up in a few seconds. I mean, they just got to run. That's it. That's all they got. Get those distance points. Just push it out. Rocco's and misses, but the pole will land out onto Francis. And only one left is Zoe. This tank's trying to hit her around the wall up on the railing. And Smoker does get cleared by Zoe, so that will give Francis a little bit of a free zone. But the tank's going to cut them off here, and they're not going to be able to push that much longer.
Yeah, and then the 2-boom goes out as well. This is going to be a wipe. It looks like 14 Apollyon can Combat Carebears. That's a great tank play by Grizz. Going in there, getting that hittable right away. Saying, you know what, you might have wiped us, but I can play with hittables too. He's running around there just chasing around Francis. That was the master hittable control, as we mentioned before. Zoe has gone down. Tank is just jumping along next to Francis for some reason. And now they are going to send the rest of the SI attack in. And the Hunter's going to get nicely death stopped by Francis. Francis is still continuing to run. Grizz is kind of hopping around. The Hunter does manage to land, and that will be the wipe for Team Apollyon.
Indeed, and that was a beautifully executed SI attack on the run back by the survivors. The double boom landed, the separation occurred, and Grizz saw the opening. He saw that Bill was separated, and he's like, I'm going to push his car in between them, and he's not going to be able to do anything. I believe it was Bill and Francis who got boomed, or Bill and Lewis, one of those two, and it just caused a separation, a rift in the team, and he put the car right between the 2 separated groups, and just made work happen.
This score right now, though, as Dan Booney mentioned in the Survivor Team Chat that we can see due to the fact it's stick-up kids, it's a low-scoring game. I thought we were going to see a lot more scoring than this, and there's going to be a 13% tank?
That is... I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've seen
What?
16, I've seen 19, I've never seen 13.
What the hell?
I love this new bind I just made. It's so cool.
13% tank on Death Toll map 4. Well, okay then.
Yeah, I mean, that tank is pretty much going to spawn right where the opening in the wall happens, outside of the church, I believe. So that's an incredibly early tank, and, I mean, if the SI play it right, they could probably even make the tank spawn with this attack, but they don't really have a target, so they can't really get to the town. Yeah, indeed, the tank does spawn up. He's all the way out by the vent. Hunter lands on the build. There's going to be quite a bit of damage going out to the Doodle Bugs, and this tank should back out right now. I think he's in a horrible spot here. He has no SI support. Throwing the dumpster in, barely missing Zoe.
Boy.
And tank does take 300
out.
chip, and yeah, he's going to go ahead and run away. And go grab some more hittables, aka the cars.
That was, I think that was a little bit of a misplay there. He tried to launch that Hail Mary dumpster into the survivors there. Didn't really have a whole high percentage of hitting them, but we'll see if the oh, that was a nice car hit.
Yeah, that puts the car into play. Once again, he lost that dumpster already, so unless he wants to get that dumpster off to the right, there's another dumpster to the left that he hasn't touched yet. So he can go grab that before, continuing to try and maintain LOS. I don't know what Tracer's really doing right now. He should be working for hittables. Just hanging out there on the SI ladder isn't doing much. And the more hittables, the better.
Yeah, like you said now, he's not going to be able to really stack the hittables that much because the dumpster's out of play. Or it's in play, but it's in a terrible spot for this. He's going to pretty much have to rely on that one car, so it's going to come down to be one car to rule them all. He's launching it in there right now. He's going to actually get that hit going in, and that barely misses Bill, but he's not in the right position. He's going to have to commit dry with no hittables now. Then the Uzis are just tearing him apart. He has to get the initial corner on a Bill. That's going to be 100 pounds going out on the Zoe as well. He's punching Bill into the corner there, so that will probably be a down on the Doodle Bugs. But then it's going to depend on what he does with that dumpster that's next to him. But he's not even going to go for that. He's going to keep trying to push survivors. That's a little bit of a misplay, I think, on the tank side there. He's got to push back. He does have that car next to him now, and if he lobs it perfectly over,
Yeah, just at the very end there, he messed with the last hit on that hittable, and he could have gone around the corner. But once again, just a little bit, he tapped in the wrong way, and it just didn't like it. So yeah, Doodle Bugs is the only survivor really taking any damage from that tank. I think the tank should have just worked around, gotten more hittables, and because the survivors played it correctly, the moment he pushes his hittables into that area where they're holding with the Humvee, you just push out, and you're fine. That's it. That's all you have to do as survivors to negate the hittable of the tank. But if you have multiple hittables and you leave one or two outside and you only bring one in, so you force them to either push into the two in the back or you get to play with the car with them. And it's more of, hit or miss. What's the flavor of the game? What are we feeling? And he just didn't have the hittables to back him up. I think that was a really big misplay on him, and he should have just gone and grabbed it.
Exactly. I think another thing that screwed him over there is because if he would have had the dumpster that he planted at the survivors initially, he probably would have been able to just run in and try to hit that survivors too, instead of just relying on the one car.
It was definitely, and we have a quote in chat. Rails Barlow 2014. That was your reaction when he got that car in the corner.
I'm gonna get, oh god. Alright, cool. Rails Barlow 2014, who said that?
Blockle.
Okay.
It has Hib in the name. I don't know if it's Hib or not. I think Hib is Haxer mode though in Twitch chat.
Yeah, Hib is Haxer mode, so. Sorry guys, I can't contain my excitement when cars are being punted around. I just hate seeing all the auto insurance of the world go to waste.
But yeah, so we are currently paused, as you guys can tell. Not too sure why we're paused. The ping for MC looks red. Yeah. I don't see ping numbers, I just see connection. But yeah, so once again, impromptu cast. We weren't set for this. We didn't even know it was happening. They messaged us. They literally woke me up for this cast, so I'm still waking up. I have 2 chocolate chip chocolate muffins sitting next to me, my coffee, and I can't touch it because I'm casting and cameramanning. So I'm screwed both ends.
This is true. See, I was able to eat the last time I did an impromptu cast, so. I mean.
But yeah, once again, for any team captains or people playing in the tournaments, notify your team captains if you guys want your games casted like you want them casted. We're not going to come bothering you guys for the first few matches or so. There's so many matches to cast that we literally can't do it ourselves. So we do have other people helping us cast and cameramans. Thank you guys to all of them. But if you guys do want your games casted, you have to come to us earlier. Especially if you don't post them on L4D2 Nation, then there's absolutely no pre-warning for us that the match is happening. And it just really helps out the server admins and the casters / cameramen if you know, you post or let us know what's going on earlier than 5 minutes before, which I'm talking like 24 hours ahead of schedule if you can. We're trying to initiate here. Misses the boom completely through the door though. He kind of boomed just too late and Bill completely bypassed it. Boom will just get popped off here. There's a spitter up in the back with a smoker. Smoker misses his tongue though, and this should be the end of the attack. I don't really see much coming of this. Smoker tongue does get cut by Lewis, and that should shut down the smoker. Indeed it does. And so I was just gonna keep moving the width of the map here.
Exactly, and the only real, like, all right, well, they have the monster of the event that they can use to try to stop Apollyon. They also have a witch in the event they can use to try to stop Apollyon. But the thing that Combat Carriers really need to do now is ace that tank on their survivor side, because if that tank gets like 3 downs or something like that, it's going to be very, very, very hard for Team Combat Carriers to come back on finale, I'd say, especially with the way Apollyon's health is looking right now.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm afraid to hit my health button, but I'm going to. They're sitting at 1,044 health bonus right now. Post tank, like, that's huge. I mean, still the event to come, which is an absolute bear in itself, but I mean, it's manageable. If you shut down the first attack after the event starts, you're looking good. The second attack you shut down, you're looking fine. But if either of those hit, it really just screws things up for your team. I saved myself there. You see that? I saved myself.
Kinda.
I might have thrown out the C, but I stopped the K.
Good. This charge is going to go back right now. He's actually... Wait, what? That charge is 15 HP. That's not good to be starting this event with, because he's just literally like... He's literally like an M2 away from dying.
That's assuming M2 does any damage.
I'm being hypothetical, man.
Well, you could have just said he's an SMG bullet away from dying, and that would have been correct. I'm only waiting for chat to start blowing up like, oh my god, Kiss Me said the F word.
He actually landed the charge, but the spitter didn't go in there to support. Boom does go out in front. This is still a massive health bonus for Apollyon. Combat Carriers needs to get a wipe pretty much on this witch, or they need to do a lot of damage on this witch. They need something massive to happen right now to stop this health bonus.
Yeah, I mean, they were 140 points down coming to this map here, and they don't want that buffer zone to get any bigger going to the final map. But, I mean, if they can just take out the health bonus, that's more than enough. If they can bring it down to a 200-300 health bonus, that's fine. But they need a good setup, and right now it's not looking like they have that. They need a charger more than anything, which has committed onto Doodlebugs, and she's trying to get the hit, but she's kind of lost it seems. She got glitched on the door frame, and she's trying to hit him. She hits Zoe instead. And now the witch is kind of stuck again.
Yeah, now she's kind of standing there, but so they will not get the 20 points for that. That's all of MC's health bonus gone. If this spitter gets a respit in time, he actually might be able to cause a lot of troubles here. That smoker's going to jump in there and does prevent the pickups from going in. They are focusing the horde instead of actually going after. Now the spit's going to go down. Spit overshot just a little bit, so it didn't really actually land. But now that will be a full health bonus down 14 Combat Carriers on the team of Apollyon. Double Boom does go out as well. They're going to get the rest of these spawns up relatively soon. Spitter is still up to do a lot of havoc here. Jockey's running around in the back. Going to try to actually, I don't know if he's going to go or not. No, he won't. They're going to save. Because I know they need to get onto both Grizz and Dambui's health bonus at this point.
Indeed, they still have a lot of work to do. By no means are they out of the wood. Beautiful hit on the witch, but still they have to work on Lewis and Francis, to say the least. They're both sitting at 60 health bonus and above right now, and that's pure like full health, not temporary at all. So they have quite a job to do here. Charger goes and misses completely, though. Smoker does land out onto Bill and pulls him off the ledge. But that's not health bonus. Spitter does land out onto Bill, though, or Francis, and does quite a bit of damage as well. Wow.
How did Lewis? Yeah, Lewis and Francis both lost a lot of health there, actually. So they did what they needed to do, actually.
They literally just threw a free spit out there. They were assuming the charge was going to land, and the spit off to the right, and so I was kind of just stood in it. I guess they didn't want to drop back. Like, they really didn't want to drop back, and that was really the only way out of the spit, and that kind of ended up, messing with them a lot.
You just said they need to get down to like a 200 or 300. They literally, through this event, obliterated Apollyon's health bonus.
Yeah, I mean, they dropped from over 1,000. It was 1044 pre-event, and now they're down to 232 at the safe room. Like, that's 800.
That's exactly what they needed to do.
That was pretty impressive. And Dambooni's saying stupid screen. I don't know if she shut her screen off or something by accident, but something happened there. But yeah, I don't know why they dropped off or didn't drop off sooner. I mean, they took a lot of spit damage from that.
Yeah, both of them it must have been like a comm lock or something like that. But now the ball is in Apollyon's court. If they get a wipe here at this tank, that would make it almost impossible for Combat Carebears to come back, because the finale with both those tanks there, the early one and then also the one, depends on how it goes with the early tank, honestly. But it's very, very hard, I think, to get a large score on the finale here.
Yeah, I mean, I know I did scream the other day, and we did fairly well with getting a good health bonus, but we have an attack coming in right off the bat. Hunter does land onto Bill, no DP out of it, but there are 3 survivors. Boom, this tank comes up right away in the hands of MC14 Apollyon, and he should be back out. Indeed, he's actually going to go for a rock instead. He's up on the bus, tossing the rock at Chosen One, and misses completely, and he's going to run back and get that car.
Yeah, that triple boom that went out there did give the Infected a little bit of time now to hold the survivors in that kind of area, let the tank play with his hittables, and he is going to get that hittable in. You're going to see him probably put a lot more hittables in than the tank with Combat Carebears did. That rock almost hit Bill, but did not. Now the tank's actually going to go on the other side.
I'm not too sure what the tank is doing with his position right now. It sounds like he's throwing another rock at the survivors. That rock will come sailing and missing completely, though. Nice 22 damage DP going out onto Zoe by, I believe that was Chosen One. Or no, Grizz was actually.
That was Grizz, yeah.
Chosen was the recipient. Oh no, he was the one that killed him.
I am really confused right now, because now tank is...
Yeah, tank's already taken about 700 damage worth of chip. Grizz throwing some URLs there.
That hipcrown.com. Well, alright then. Tank is on second pass, Kiss Me. He's gonna need to commit.
Yeah, this tank has to do something here. He's sitting at 85% right now, and yeah, as you said, he took quite a bit of chip. I mean, he has a lot of hittables work with this dumpster and this car right here are the 2 main hittables. He also has the one still off to the left, which he has yet to touch.
That lob!
Oh, that almost hit Francis. Like, Francis probably just like had a little bit of a elder moment right there.
That car's gonna go in too. It's gonna bounce right in the middle of the survivors. Now Bill's gonna go here. They're trying to get a pull forward actually to get the car intercept. That car's gonna go in there. He's gonna knock the car. Car goes way past. The tank's right now all alone. That Hunter's gonna get dead stopped. If they dodge this car here, then they actually may be able to kill this tank. That Charger's gonna go in there, and actually that's all he's got. He has 35% rage.
Besides my dog's barking, that is an absolutely incredible survivor play by the survivors.
Well, yeah, he just punted the car past. They're going to push him right now. He only has 3k health, absolutely no support. He's going to land a free rock, then he's going to get out. But at the same point in time, survivors here are in a great position. They have to be careful of this boomer that's coming up right now, though. It depends on their positioning here, if they're going to let that land or not. If they don't let the boomer land, they have a great chance. That smoker's going to spawn up there, tries to get a pull, gets a pull on the Bill, get instantly cleared. That's going to be a rock coming in right now. It's going to hit on Lewis. The tank's actually doing a pretty good job. The tank's actually going to get Francis inside there. But now, tank has no support except for that one boomer who has not spawned. Boomer's trying to get spawned inside, misses the rock. So, that boomer's going to land, but that's going to be a dead tank and a 2-boom going out. That actually wasn't bad from Combat Carebears.
That was perfect. I mean, it was definitely less damage than we saw their tank push out onto Team Apollyon. But, I mean...
Well, no, actually, because Apollyon took a full down.
Well, I mean that the damage is more spread out amongst the survivors on this team. Like, it's actually going to force them to get more pills. Yeah, I mean, Meow has the pop, Chosen has the pop, and now they only have 2 pills left, though. I know there's some throughout the rest of the map. I'm not too sure where they are. I wasn't really paying attention to where Apollyon found there. But we have an attack coming in here. Hunter Jockey trying to work in with the smoker to support. Spitter looking here. Hunter is landing on Zoe. That's going to cause the spit to actually completely miss. But then actually the repounce does occur into Francis, and he is in the edge of the spit. So it's going to be a little bit more damage out onto the remaining health bonus of the Chosen One. A little bit of a pre-spit there. I guess they kind of had their targets mixed up as to who they were going to pounce on. And the spit just completely missed in the beginning, I should say. But then Francis kind of walked into it and ate the repounce.
You know what? If Combat Carebears right here, if they just get the full distance, right, the extra 500 points here, that's playable right there for Finale versus Apollyon here, depending on those couple tanks. And they are saying that Tracer is indeed warping, doing his MC impression. Thank you for that, Doodle. That was quite an accurate statement. Now we're going to see the survivors actually pushing out here. Next attack's going to be coming up for Team Apollyon relatively soon. It's a Boomer, a Hunter, a Spitter, and a Charger. So Combat Carebears has to be really careful right now because they still are in a position where Apollyon can just run away with it if they stop them like right here or something like that. But the spawn blocking actually going out is pretty good. Brewer's gonna spawn up in the front there, gets a singular boom going out on the Bill. They have a Hunter spawn on the right hand side. It's gonna come in. It's gonna jump in there. It's actually gonna try to go for Chosen. Try to come in too. Charger's gonna miss his charge and bounce off the tree. Hunter does land for a little bit of damage on the Bill, and that actually is their main health bonus. But Bill got out of that really fast.
Yeah, it was a good heads-up play by Bill. Good clears by the survivors as well, getting the common off of him as soon as they got the actual clear. And that's a little note for anyone new that's watching. Make sure you don't only, like if someone's capped and then they're in spit and they're common locked as well, don't just shoot the capper off of them. Clear the common right afterwards so they can get out of the spit and not just bathe in it like Michael Phelps.
That single boom goes out as the Michael Phelps one goes as well. It's going to be a clear there. Jackie goes in on the back as well, trying to go for Francis. Going to get a little bit dead stopped, I think, and has to go back. Damn, but he's a charger in the front, just charges the door for no apparent reason. Now, Jackie is going to manage to land there onto Zoe. They will jump down and clear it relatively fast, so that's a nice amount of damage going out, but that charger, what?
He what?
Do you see what happened with the charger? Like, the charger just ran full pelt at the door.
Oh yeah, Charger just kind of, I think he missed the door too, completely hit the border of it or something. Like the door frame.
But yeah, so I'm looking around. I don't see pills here, Kisme, so they need to be really careful, actually.
Yeah, this is turning into a pretty bad, their future's looking pretty grim actually right now. Meow is permanently slow right now if they don't find any more pills. Chosen One is about to be slow. Delete's sitting at high 40s right now. So there's a chance like they could have 3 survivors slow right now.
That Hunter is Grizz, and it's all the way up there going in for a DP. Oh my god, a 25 DP from 1,529 height.
I didn't even see the Hunter.
I did. He was all the way up in the skybox there. That's a down going out on the Chosen. Mr. Me also took a lot of damage. So right now what Team Combat Carebears has to do is they just need to keep running. They just need to keep going and getting these distance points, man.
Yeah, I definitely don't see Carebears making the save from here. Unless they can like pull off some amazing stuff here, they're not going to be able to make the save from. They're good. From the way it looks right now, they're going to be going into this final map about 400 or 500 points down at the very least. That's assuming they can continue pushing forward here. They don't botch this crown. They get 20 points of it. If they can make it to like the little metal staircase fire escape up ahead, where the buildings are, like that would be a good distance to make. And still they would be about 500 points down at that point. But I don't see them making safe from by any means.
Yeah, now it's at this point here where Team Apollyon has definitely the advantage. Mr. Meow is going to go down right now from the common. Hunter's going to jump in there, manages to land on the bill. There's going to be a nice charge going out as well. So they will clear the Hunter there. Now that will be 2 downs actually out on the floor right now for Team Apollyon on to Team Combat Carebears. Now, if they get the 20 points... If they got the 20 points for the Witch here, that would help them out, but they need to just bat their way through these common. Spitter is up, going to try to distract for this Witch. Witch is getting hung up on... What the hell? Witch got hung up on common, then just jumped up the dumpster. Paper stops. He's going to go, and then she finally does scratch down Delete. This will be the wipe from Team Apollyon, going on Team Combat Carebears, but, you know, at this point in time, it's still a game where if Combat Carebears gets a wipe at the early tank, they have a shot.
Yeah, I mean, Carebears, they still have a chance, but they have to definitely wipe with this first tank on the next map. Like, there's no ands, ifs, or buts. They need to get the cards, and they need to make it happen, and they need the wipe. That's all there is to it. And there will be the final down, going out onto Tracer of Team Combat Carebears, and that will be the round. So going into the final map here, we're going to see Apollyon up about 517 points coming into it. And we need to see an early wipe here from Team Carebears, and they got to play one hell of a survivor round.
This is not what I expected coming into this game, though. I'm going to put that out there.
I mean, I did expect Apollyon to win. I think that was my pre-game call. But after the first map and after the third map with the tank hittables and whatnot, I really thought it was going to be Carebears who came on top. And now we're just seeing Apollyon slowly but surely clawing the way back in front of Team Carebears.
Yeah, indeed, but Combat Carebears have done a great job keeping it close here. We're going to see exactly what Team Combat Carebears can do. Can there be a 3P? Can they use another hittable to screw over Team Apollyon? That's the question. I need you to respect Kiss Me.
Hold on, man. Making a bonus. See, these are binds that I should have made like a week ago when we were on break, but I didn't because I was working on other stuff. But yeah, these binds will help out a lot because now I don't have to open my chat to type anything.